Meanwhile, Margie is headed to Baginton, on the outskirts of Coventry. Not far from the birthplace of a man who changed the course of history, the way we live and how we travel. His invention has arguably had the greatest impact on the world over the past 85 years. Margie's meeting Midland Air Museum curator Barry.
How are you?
Welcome.
Shall we go in?
You, by all means.
Frank Whittle was born in 1907. As a boy, he was fascinated by the new flying machines taking to the sky.
There he is as a young lad with his first model aeroplane, and basically, as a young lad, that's how he got to sort of handle the planes of that period. And there's an image here as him as a young lad seeing an aeroplane taking off. But this is very much his early days, and when he got to sort of be excited by the idea of flying.
Frank's dreams of flying came true when he joined the RAF, and his career soon took off.
He was a trained pilot.
He was a very well-trained pilot, and in fact, he was renowned for being a little bit chancy.
Oh,
He took chances, he was overconfident.
daredevil.
Frank was a maverick and pushed planes to their limit. His fighter pilot training taught him that flying higher and faster gave you the upper hand in dogfights. Frank knew if he wanted to increase altitude and speed, he needed a new type of thrust, one better than a propeller attached to a piston engine. So, in 1928, fueled by wild ambition, he designed the turbojet, a revolutionary form of propulsion.
He was coming out with something at a cutting edge of technology. This was totally in a new field.
Yeah.
And this was something the people of the day really didn't fully comprehend.
The RAF was unimpressed and rejected his idea. Undeterred, Frank found funding to make a prototype in his spare time.
This is a Whittle engine. The air comes in at that end,
Yeah.
comes through, fuel is put into here, spark plugs ignite the fuel to keep it burning, and then it goes back out that way.
Long before modern health and safety, Frank and his colleagues ran a series of dangerous tests, some of which Frank later helped to reconstruct in this government information film.
He was very brave to stand there while it blew up.
There are other words you could use.
Despite the setbacks, he was determined to get his invention in the air. A decade later, and as the Nazi threat grew, the RAF put Frank on special duties to develop his jet engine.
He thought it was a war winner.
Yeah,
This would give
right.
Britain the edge.
There was a race to get the first fighter into the air as the Germans were developing their own jet engine. But by 1944, British jets, powered by Frank's engines, were taking to the skies.
This plane in front of us is a Meteor.
Yeah.
This was Britain's first operational jet fighter. They went into operation in July 1944, and they were largely used to take on the doodlebugs, the flying bombs.
Had the authorities listened to young Frank, Allied pilots might have been flying jets rather than Spitfires sooner, and the Luftwaffe almost certainly would not have picked a fight. History might have been very different.
These machines were operating at speeds that were far in excess of anything like the Spitfires of their day.
Yeah.
So they took you another 200-300 mile an hour faster.
Gosh.
Double the speed almost.
When the public heard about the new jet engine, Frank Whittle became a household name, and the skies echoed to a new sound.
There's a Meteor! Look, an 852! That's a Vampire!
After the war, Britain led the way in jet propulsion. Frank's invention revolutionized travel. Commercial jet liners permitted further, faster, more comfortable journeys. Frank Whittle could have been a rich man, but he was not motivated by money. He was, however, recognized with a knighthood in 1948, the year he retired from the RAF. We are all beneficiaries of this modest British boffin who shrank the globe a genius responsible for a remarkable achievement. Sir Frank Whittle died in 1996.